Hello, it's RDO. I'm about to attempt a divine masculine reading because I am not in touch with my masculine side very well. Because personally, there are a lot of men I like, and there are a lot of women who act like men I like. But in general, men in general, I don't like. If I were to walk up to one on the street and he started talking to me and I didn't know him, I would walk away briskly. So I think that's a pretty good indicator that I don't trust most men. I mean, I guess it would depend on what he was saying too, but you know, if they're like trying to stop me and talk to me. So, all right, let's do this. Let's quit talking about how I don't like the masculine and start talking about how I do and I want to understand it better. So, that is the Knight of Swords. Here, I'll show them to you too, since you haven't seen this deck. That's the Knight of Swords. Ace of Spheres. Spheres are coins or pentacles in this deck. So, Knight of Swords, Ace of Coins. Four of Cups. Let's see, look at this. Do you remember what the Four of Cups is looking at that? He's bored. The Four of Cups is bored with cups. Okay, so boredom with cups is what led to wanting to be the Knight of Swords, but the Ace of Pentacles is blocking. I scraped them up a good bit. I mean, if they still want to stick together, that's their problem. And they're away from each other. We're just going to stick together. Ace of Wands. You had a really good, hot, passionate idea recently that would work with your personal passions. Let's see what else. Staring outside while I sit inside, playing with cards. I figure I'll walk the dog later. Come on, guys. I don't know when this came out, but just one card even? It is. Well, the way I picked it up, it's the Knight of Cups reversed. A lot of knights, a lot of knights. The Sun. Dried all the rain. So that's pretty good in that position, I think, anyways. Since that's your near future. I'm still not going to say anything until I have all the cards out. Nine of Swords. The Empress. Sorry, trying to get it lined up there. It's kind of horrible. Take the one on top, or should I put them back? You know what? I'm just going to take both of them. Six of Cups reversed, 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups reversed, 10 of Swords upright. Alright, so things look good there for a minute. Got one last card to draw on here. One last one to go. Might as well take 4. And we're trying to learn this better. We've got the Lovers, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. So, 2 Court cards, 2 Major Arcana cards. Show them to you. The Lovers. The King of Cups. I don't know that I've looked very closely at him. The Queen of Wands. She burns so bright. And the Wheel of Fortune. Fate's taking over. So really, since that's the last card, we could just say none of this really matters because fate's taking over at the end. But I guess we want to know what happens up until then. I can't be dropping out of my own first Divine Masculine reading. Okay, so you want to be the Knight of Swords because you're bored with being the 4 of Cups. But the Ace of Pentacles, or Spheres, they call them spheres on here, is blocking it. So in comes the Ace of Wands, which is a really good idea that has a really good chance of working out. I mean, it's all built on someone's passion. So it was an idea that you, the Divine Masculine, had. That's a very good idea and could really work out. I'm not sure why you weren't allowed to become the Knight of Swords, but then here's the Knight of Cups. Also, well, not also, but it's reversed. So you're not the Knight of Cups. We haven't yet found out who you are yet. And then the Sun in your near future. Things will be positive and great and bright and optimistic. Or, no, I can't use astrological signs on this for the Divine Masculine. It's not for any specific person. And this is you, Nine of Swords. You're living the dark night of the soul Anxiety hangs over you like knives. You're so worried you can't go to sleep. You're so worried about, well, maybe because you're not the Knight of Swords or of Cups. Even though you're really happy right here, maybe it suddenly occurred to you that you'd been turned down for 2 Knights positions. Swords. Then there's the Empress. This is in the position of what other people, how other people see you, or how other people think you accomplish things. And it's the Empress. But the Empress kind of looks like an old wizard. An old wizard. See his wizard hat with his eye and his beard. And if we're reading Divine Masculine, then maybe the Empress is a pregnant man. No, he's a man who's ready to have kids. You have the Nine of Swords hanging over you, and other people think that you are ready to have kids, that you're thinking about having kids. And maybe you were, but someone put 10 swords in your back and took away your 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is thinking about the past, being nostalgic, maybe seeing someone from the past. But that's not happening. What's happening instead is that you're getting 10 swords in your back. You're being betrayed by this person. Probably by the person from your past. Since they're reversed, is probably the person who betrayed you. Okay, now finally we have 4 cups for the final position. The Lovers, the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is what happens in the end. You meet a lover. Maybe 2 lovers. It looks like maybe you met the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And whether you're actually sleeping with them or not, I don't know, but I mean, this is twin flame. Maybe they're twin flames from the Lovers card. That was probably it. The King of Cups and the Queen of Wands are twin flames. Okay, Cups are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Wands are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So if you're any of those astrological signs, and you're getting together with someone of the opposite, I'd say that there's a good chance that you are divine flames, or twin flames, divine lovers. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Then, for our very final card, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. You have no control over it. It does what it wants. So really, we have no idea what's going to happen. But since we think we should, as humans think we should be able to control everything, it is the 8 of Swords. Tied up loosely. You could get out of those bonds and make a decision from those 8 swords, but you're too scared to. Maybe that's why fate had to step in. It's because you wouldn't make a decision. Oh my, this is one that came just already pre-turned over. This happens to me all the time. Oh, 2 pre-turned over. Okay, we've got the World, which is the end of a cycle, which would be great, but after it comes the Page of Spheres reversed. It could mean that this Wheel of Fortune or fate flings you to the Eight of Swords, where you do make a decision. And since that's what you've been afraid of all this time, that ends this particular course of life. And you start the next one as the Page of Spheres or Pentacles reversed. Which, I mean, really it's going back to the same thing you started with. You're not a Page of Spheres, you're reversed. You're not a Knight of Swords, you're not a Knight of Cups. You're not the Empress. You're betrayed by your old friend. You find your lover and then fate spins. Do you end up with them? No, because you end in this cycle. Do twin flames get to stay together after they end the cycle? I don't know. Let's see if we can maybe figure that out. Do twin flames stay together after cycles? Maybe they need to be on the same cycle, but those two are on the same cycle. So they got the World after both of them. The Hermit. Okay, so I'd say no. You don't get to stay with your twin flame when you finish the cycle. You go back out all on your own, trying to make something happen, trying to learn something so you can make something happen. Well, how'd I do on my first Divine Masculine reading? I hope it made some sense. I might watch this before I post it, but I think it makes pretty good sense. You're frustrated, but your frustration leads to you ripping through the bonds and choosing your Eight of Swords, and that ended your cycle. You cycled out of whatever you are in this, which means you leveled up, which means you started out as the Hermit in the next one. You're already off alone, thinking for yourself. All right, this is RDO